Psalm 86. So this is ascribed to a prayer of David, and it does sound like his writing style. So he admits to God that he is afflicted and needy, but God is the one true God, and that nations that he has made will worship him, will glorify him, because he is great and he does wondrous deeds, and God alone is God. And so he asked God to teach him God's way, and he will walk in God's truth. And I think that is a very profound statement, because a lot, like especially today, everyone claims to have the truth about this, the truth about that. So but the thing is that humans' views are very limited and very, like, not, it's limited in the sense of time, it's limited in the sense of space, it's limited in the sense of the information that they give. And, like, even if they compile, like, information, like if they collect as much information as they cannot process enough information throughout history, throughout time. And there are lost information that are not recorded in history. And so to depend on humans' truth rather than God's truth is to depend on the temporal. It's to depend on the bias, and it's to depend on kind of like a limited view. Whereas God, he created all things. He's the start of all things. He knows all things, past, present, and future. And so to walk in God's truth is where I want to be. And that's where David wants to be true too. And for him to say, it's your truth, it's God's truth that I want to walk in, not man's truth, or not person A truth or person B truth. That is like such a smart thing to say. And so unite my heart to fear your name. Be respectful of God's name. Be respectful of who God is. Be respectful of his judgment. Be respectful of his decisions. That's great. And then he talks about a gang of violent men trying to seek his life, and he referred to that multiple times, where enemies are rising up against him, lying against him, trying to seek his life for no reason. So he's referring to this again. But those people, they have not set God before them, because I think if they set God before them, they would know that David is God's anointed, and they wouldn't try to harm David that way. And so he asked God to show him a sign of good, so that those who hate him may see it and be ashamed. And because God, his Lord and Savior, have helped him and comforted him. And I'd never want to be in the same situation that David was, but for him to be in that situation and still recognize that God is comforting him, God is with him, God is providing for him, God is his shield and shelter. That's why God said that David is a man after God's own heart, even though he's very, very flawed.